Titles. Go.
The Twinlets.
Aye, aye, aye.
Better geniuses.
We got in a Skyrim situation here.
Office games.
I like my stuff.
Normie bullshit.
Living on a spare.
Oh, Epiphany Tilt.
Hell. Dot, dot, dot.
Head of the buffet table.
Ye who shall not be named.
Damn, he jumped over two people. Look at that.
Seriously.
So,
Honesty and friendship.
She heard the whole thing.
Grandpa games.
Is there no sound?
I could add that in post.
I think it's better without the sound.
I like it. Let's do this.
Warning. What you are about to hear contains explicit language, adult themes, and potentially disturbing content. The views and opinions expressed are those of the hosts and do not reflect the opinions of anyone else, anywhere, ever, in the history of the world. This podcast is intended for an immature audience and should not be listened to by anyone, anywhere, ever, in the history of the world. You know, fuck it. You've been warned.
Hello, welcome to this year's edition of Geek Pod. I'm your host, Paul.
I'm Hugh.
No Corbs.
I'm DC.
I'm Jack. I'm going to be more professional for this year. No, I'm not.
No, you're not. Guys, what's got you geeked?
I don't
Yeah,
really have
Yeah.
much. You know what? This is what's got me geeked. Alexa, Office Red.
Okay.
Alexa, Office Blue.
Okay.
Alexa, Office White.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Try green real quick. Can you do Office Green?
Yeah, Alexa, Office Green.
Okay.
Oh,
Fly, Eagles, fly!
Geek Pod Green. What are you talking about?
Oh,
That's football.
Yeah, that's actually
That's pretty sweet.
I'll leave this one on if you want.
Good, man.
Outstanding. Okay, so you don't got much going for that. I got you. Who wants to hit next?
So I'm actually excited, and Hugh, kudos to you. I want to make my more office space officey, if that makes sense. So I have one of my rooms in my house as my office. So I'm going to get another monitor, another 27-inch monitor, and I think I want to get a boom mic as well because, like I said, I really am going to take initiative, and I'm going to start those interviews with those celebrities. I actually have a couple more interviews picked out with other Nickelodeon celebrities, which is pretty awesome. Oh yeah, it's booming. No pun intended. Boom. So it was pretty cool. Like I probably have about 5 of them for 2025 so far. So I'm gonna get that boom mic, another monitor. So short and sweet. What has me geeked? Make my office more officey with a boom mic and another monitor.
It's exciting, Jack.
Make the
For
Bat
a
Cave look
podcast.
pretty badass, right? Oh
The
yeah.
Bat Wings Cave.
Oh,
Gotcha.
the Nightwing Cave.
One of the twins. You guys want to go?
twins.
It's that old running joke that I used to call you and Jack the Corbett twins.
That's true.
I branched
Well,
off.
are we triplets now?
Right?
We could be triplets.
That's true.
You're
That's
twinlets because 2 of you are actually brothers and 1 of you isn't.
True.
Hugh, you're not supposed to tell them that.
I think they already know that, Jack.
Oh, okay.
Everybody knows that.
Oh, okay.
Now I'll go. I guess I'll go. What's got me geeked is just a couple of minor things. So they have a bowling league at work, which kind of screws up other things outside of work. Apologies to everybody here. Yeah, it's not just one month, Paul. You gotta give it- it's 2 months.
Oh, the two.
Oh, that's right.
I love it. That was good. That was good.
So I got myself and my son into a work bowling league that goes 2 months, and that started last week. So that's been pretty. We had a good time last week. This week, yeah, not so much. We didn't bowl so well. So, but it's going to be fun. Like I said, it's me and my son, and then one of the other guys from the office from our IT department. So it's an IT bowling team. We call ourselves Gutter Geniuses.
Clever.
So, so that's our team name.
Please
The other thing
hold.
that's got me kind of really got me geeked is my son applied to a bunch of schools and he actually got his acceptance letters to the first two schools that he wants to go to. So yeah, so we have to go on now and look at the all the stuff and send in like FAFSA paperwork and all that stuff to the two schools he wants to go to. So that is what's probably going to be happening this coming Saturday.
Outstanding.
What are the two schools, Corpse? Come on, don't leave us in
He wants
Maybe he doesn't want to do that.
OCC and SUNY Poly, which is up in
Outstanding.
Utica.
That's what I was hoping for. Nice.
Very cool.
So yeah, so he got those are the two he wants to go to, and he's heard from both of them. So the other schools, you probably started hearing. He applied to Stony Brook, Oswego, and BU.
Buff.
Mhm. Buffalo University.
No, Binghamton.
Oh, Binghamton. Oh.
SUNY Binghamton. Sorry, SUNY Binghamton.
Sonny Binghamton.
So, and he hasn't heard from those just yet. So, but hopefully within the next couple of weeks, they usually start. Yeah, it's usually sometime in late January, early February. You'll hear from those schools. So,
That's awesome.
but he's already got the two that he wants, so which is good.
Very
That's
cool.
really good. Great news.
Before we move on to DC, I just want to circle back to the bowling league aggro. You could have avoided all of the issue by just inviting me to come bowl with you.
Okay.
I
Do
ain't,
you-
I ain't gonna get mad.
You already know this answer, Corbs. You already know
Right.
this.
I invite you to come to trivia on Wednesday
And I'm
night.
like, I had no time. I can't. But now, yeah.
But bowling is different.
And
I
you
w-
wouldn't
I-
want me bowling.
I wish you could do that again. You're like,
I
No.
All right. Yeah, no, there's no chance in hell I would have time to bowl.
It's just a call, right? That's all
Right.
it is. It's just the invitation.
Right.
That's what I'm always told. My mother always said, listen, you make the invitation and you let them say no,
Yes.
you know?
but Paul always says no.
Exactly. Sometimes I don't even have to ask the question. I already know the answer.
But he wants the question. No, still no.
No. I mean, actually, most of the time I don't because I don't want to be the guy to have to say no. All right, DC, what do you got, buddy?
Well, let's see. What's got me geeked?
Moving on. No,
The
I'm just
first
kidding.
thing that's got me geeked is that mercifully the Raiders season is over. Thank Christ. But I'm a little pissed at them because they won 2 of the last 3 games. It took them out of the running for the #1 draft pick. So I'm not geeked about that, but I am geeked that the season is over, so I don't have to endure. The other thing that's got me geeked is my favorite hockey team, the Washington Capitals, are the best team in the entire NHL right now. So they've only lost like 8 games for the whole year. Granted, there's only been about 35, but they've only lost like 8. So my son and I are very happy. As a matter of fact, he was texting me images of our stats for our new starting goaltender, and he's freaking awesome. So very happy about that. The other thing that's got me geeked is what we'll talk about because I know you said we'll do something about video games, and I've tried a couple of new video games, and I'm kind of stoked about both of them that I tried so far. So. But one of them has turned into a Skyrim situation for myself. So last night I didn't go to sleep until this morning. So, because
That's me every night.
What year is it?
Yeah, basically, I woke up. I think I heard Sean the Corbs get up this morning to get ready to go to work and get Bryce, and I was like, I should probably go to sleep now. But the other thing that's got me geeked is it is a new year. We draw closer to returning to playing Dungeons and Dragons. I have been watching a lot of Dungeons and Dragons stuff. in preparation for tonight. I'm still kind of figuring out which way I'm going to lead during my segment. But yeah, that's it. It's a new year and it's time to roll.
Outstanding.
Pun
I like
intended.
that.
I love it. Okay, so mine, because I was looking over this week's episode and we don't have the wrestling report, so mine is making sure that we touch upon the fact that it is now the Netflix era, and holy shit, am I enjoying it?
Wasn't that looking pretty?
It looks phenomenal. The production value is so much better, and I don't know why. Like, I understand. I mean, I don't know if it's the Netflix money that they got, and I love the fact that they keep referencing like how much sturdier the announce table is.
Yeah.
That's a nice
Yes.
gag.
Yes.
I've read that a couple of times. I don't have Netflix, so I can't watch it.
Ugh.
I
But
wonder if they knew they were going to do that, or if it just didn't break on the premiere episode, so now they're bringing it
They have
up.
to lean into it. Yeah.
Yeah, because they didn't bring it up on the first one.
No.
well, what they're also said was is they're waiting for the Spanish announce table to come in
Ah.
so they can smash the shit out of that.
I was gonna say that one we made out of paper.
Yes.
That'll be done during the Royal Rumble. John Cena will go through it or something like that.
Oh God, if we should have had the wrestling segment tonight, because there's a lot to talk about. It's been a long time, but I'm not gonna do that. We're not shoehorning more shit in.
That could be the next time
Next
that
episode, next
yeah,
week.
we can do all
Next week.
wrestling and because that can tie in with sports as well because it is sports entertainment.
Sports is the thing. But yes, I'm super excited. I feel like Raw is now like destination television.
Oh yeah.
Destination
I-
Stream.
Yes, but like
basically.
previously, Raw, like because Madison has her winter percussion practice on Mondays and Wednesday nights. So, and previously, I would drop her off on Monday, and then I'd go do whatever running I need to do. Now, I drop her off. I look at Kristen. I'm like, Raw starts at 8 o'clock. Don't bother me. I come down to the basement, watch it on my PlayStation because my Fire Stick in the basement doesn't work anymore. Until 9:20, when I know I have to leave, and by the time I'm in the driveway backing out, I have the Netflix app on my phone so I can listen to
Nice.
it on the drive, and then sit there for another 20 fucking minutes waiting for it to come outside, and keep watching it. And so I turn off the thing when the kids come out because we drive someone else's kid home too, and Madison embarrasses herself enough. I don't want to embarrass her more because her dad's watching wrestling on the drive home.
Oh my God. It's kind of funny you say that though. Two quick points though. Like I sent the reminder for Netflix to let me know when Raw is gonna come on. So you get that 15-minute reminder. So
Nice.
for the premiere, I was on a date. So I had literally
Gotta go.
exactly. So literally it was like, okay, 15 minutes till Raw. And then the following Monday we did a work happy hour. 15 minutes till this Raw premiere. So I'm so excited. But
You've turned into my dad. Like you're mapping your life around wrestling. It's like I gotta be home.
I gotta be home for this.
Gotta be home.
Check, please. No, but yeah, and then also because the Mike Tyson and Jake Paul fight, that was a joke with Netflix.
Well,
It just shows how that one was just poor production, while Netflix for wrestling is just so far superior.
But there is a difference between how many people were on watching that Tyson fight and then how many people they're getting on Raw though.
Do we
Like,
have the
they
numbers?
said
Yeah, go ahead.
They said the same thing that like after that happened, they were like, look, is this going to be a problem for Raw? And I think Triple H was like, you know what? If we had those kind of numbers, I'd be happy to have that problem.
True. Do we
Because
have
that
the
was-
numbers? Yeah, do we have the numbers yet?
I don't.
Yes, we do actually have numbers. As of today, the premiere episode, according to Netflix, brought in 5.9 million viewers, and the average USA episode brought in 2.3 million viewers.
But versus the Tyson fight, do we have that?
I
Right
don't
on.
have that.
Okay.
I don't know what that.
Okay.
It was
I
a lot.
wasn't-
It was
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Okay.
But I have to imagine that these may be US numbers only, because
Mhm.
that clearly can't be the international numbers, and that's part of the reason for this move is now all of a sudden Raw is available everywhere.
Right.
Worldwide, yeah, not just nationwide, world. So
Jack, did you go yet?
Yeah, I said it's my computer. It's my
Oh.
bat cave.
I actually thought of something I probably should show you guys, and I am kind of geeked.
You put that away.
I want to grab something. So,
All right. So globally, sorry, before you get into that,
no, it's fine. It's fine.
globally, the Tyson fight had 108 million live viewers.
Holy shit.
So yeah,
I wonder what the worldwide numbers for. I'm sure we'll find out eventually. So, I wanted to show you guys something. I wanted to show you this book. It looks pretty beat up, right? It's called The Book of Vampires. This is a book that I've had since I was like 7 or 8 years old. Don't know where I got it from, but when I was a kid, this is one of my favorite books. And it's got all sorts of folklore from Eastern Europe about vampires and all that kind of stuff. You know, I'm into that. I like spooky shit. But the reason the book's in such bad condition is when I got, well, before we were actually divorced, when my ex-wife left, this book disappeared. When she eventually, 10 years later or more, I don't know how many years it was, left the guy that she left me for, she discovered this book in his stuff. So, and he helped her move. I assume maybe he took it or maybe she took it and he just co-opted it. Anyway, for some reason, she gave it back to me. She's like, "Hey, I found this in Eric's stuff when I was moving out," which I was like, "Whoa, that's crazy. Thank you so much." I wondered what had happened to it, but it looks like shit. It's all sorts of fucked up. And I've been rearranging things. It's not just the lights. I've got new shelving. I've got my horror figures, my Doctor Who stuff. I've got some really, I ordered some HP Lovecraft illustrated editions, which are really fucking cool. And I decided, you know what? I want this book. So I went looking and I found it. And it arrived last week. I've never seen it with the dust cover on because I never had the dust cover. Ah, shit. What's interesting about this book is this is the same copy that I have, published in 1973. I made sure I got the same version. This book's older than me. What's interesting about it is it was originally published in 1923. And this is almost a here's the folklore of vampires from a kind of scientific perspective, but we're not sure if it's actually true or not. I didn't realize this all the time I was reading. It wasn't until I started researching it to try to find a copy that some people actually really took this seriously, or a little bit seriously, because it was 1923. We were only a few decades from Dracula being published to begin with. So it was very early on, and I had no idea that the book was actually that old. I just thought it was kind of cool, but I'm really happy to have a good copy in my collection now.
That's awesome.
That's actually really cool, man.
So I did have something to be geeked.
Look at you.
Look at that.
Fucking liar.
You come to GeekPad where all your dreams come true. Yeah, they don't do that.
I was going to say that is not our tagline. Not even a little bit.
The world you know.
Before we move on, though, did everybody notice that we got our announcement blast for Syracuse Collectors Con this year?
No.
A con that actually respects us and will announce us as a participant.
Really? That's
Love it.
Actually,
Yes.
that's awesome.
Yes, can't
That's
wait.
awesome.
Who didn't announce us as a participant?
What?
What?
They announced us.
I know, but who didn't announce us? That's what you just said.
Everybody.
Every other one. That's not true. Tiff announced us too for Sci-Fi Horror Fest.
I'm about to say she always does. So
yeah.
But then there's other cons that say we don't give added value. So
give him the double bird. Whatever.
Wow.
But hey, there's a indie wrestling out of Buffalo because none of the local people will work with them. But
are you talking about indie wrestling or indie midget wrestling?
Dude, don't knock that shit. That shit's
no,
hilarious.
It's awesome. I saw it at
Love
Sharky's. I saw it at Sharky's actually one time. That was pretty awesome.
Again, you didn't invite us.
No, you wouldn't have come. I should have invited the other three.
It was on a Wednesday.
on a Wednesday. Sounds about right.
All right, let's keep this shit moving. Guys, what are you playing?
So is this officially our video game segment?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. Because I had stuff that I could have used for Got Me Geeked, but it fit into the video game segment. Well, yeah, but I wanted to show you guys some stuff. So I've acquired quite a bit over the past few months. I did eventually get my Retroid Pocket 5, which is amazing and it's absolutely beautiful. And I think I might have showed you that, guys, or showed that to you guys. I also picked up some other stuff. Did I show you my 3DS? I picked
Maybe.
up the
Possibly.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hyrule Edition
Yes.
3DS.
Yeah,
That was
you sent
cool.
a
That's
picture.
cool. You
Oh
did.
yeah, and I've been playing the shit out of this. I've been playing Super Mario 3D Land lately, but I absolutely love this thing. I can't believe that I missed this. I also realized that what it came down to is I was trying to have the right device for the right, in every case, the right era. I don't have to cover everything, but I was playing Pokemon on my Retroid Pocket 5. I've never played a Pokemon game, so I was playing Pokemon Fire Red. And I'm like, this is cool, and the screen looks great, but something feels wrong. And I realized that what I needed was this. The
Ooh.
Now this is not a Game Boy SP. God damn you stupid. There we go. This is an Ambernick device. It's an RG35XXSP, but it's got the flip and everything just like the original. But I ordered a decal like 3 weeks ago. It finally arrived, and now it's perfect.
Oh, that's
Nice.
cool.
Is this Super Nintendo?
Super
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 advanced
advanced.
SP.
Advanced. Outstanding.
That's cool.
But I'm really, really happy with the collection I've put together because I now have the Steam Deck for anything high end or modern current, and also super high end emulation like the PS3. The Retroid Pocket 5 can technically do anything. I mean, the Switch is a little sketchy, but let's say Switch down. It can cover everything, but it's not the right device for everything. I have the Game Boy thing that I showed you guys, which looks more like a traditional Game Boy for the really old stuff. Let's say 8-bit. Maybe some 16-bit. I've got the SP for anything that was Game Boy Advance and up portable. And then the 3DS covers all the 3D stuff I never got to play when I was a kid, because, well, I wasn't a kid. I was an adult at that point, and I just missed that whole era. And I'm just discovering how cool it is. I mean, the 3DS, I can't believe that we don't have a version of that now. Like Nintendo no longer has a home console. I mean, they do have a home and a portable, but it's the same thing, just a different
Yep.
form
The
factor, the
Switch.
Switch and the Switch Lite. But man, I don't know why they went away from that. This thing is fucking awesome. The double screen, there's so many different ways that it gets used. I'm blown away. So I'm having a ton of fun playing playing a lot of older stuff right now. I don't know. I guess that's
All right.
I
Perfect.
like my stuff. I have a shelf
He likes the
of
stuff.
game consoles now.
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't think I'm gonna get a PS6. I don't think I need it.
No.
I mean, I'll do it, but it'll be like 6 years after it comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's next?
DC, you said you have some stuff, don't you?
Yeah, I got some stuff. I've been playing some cool stuff. So one of the first ones that I downloaded onto my Xbox was Dragon Age Origins. I wanted a kind of Dungeon Dragon-y, non-Skyrim-y thing because, like I've always said, if I put Skyrim on my Xbox, you guys would never see me again. Um, because I just play that nonstop. So I downloaded Dragon Age Origins, which was originally Xbox 360. Kind of got into that a little bit. Um, one of the other things that I've been playing for someone in honor of someone who shall not be named, I started playing Fallout 4. Um, so
No, four.
yeah, right, not
I've only
two,
got two. That's
right?
Well, then you better
like it.
fucking gross.
Yeah, because I've been playing a little bit of Fallout 4.
My
And I
webcam does
got
have
a little
zoom.
bit into that because it's made by Bethesda, the same people who make Skyrim, and I was I started playing that last week and everything like that, and the next thing I knew it was Saturday. So, and then, but I just recently downloaded another game this morning that I've been contemplating. I read some reviews and I downloaded Lords of the Fallen. This game is a like medievally type of dark kind of adventure. It's for me just learning how to play it today, it's fucking hard. Um, but the concept is really cool. Um, it's dark horror type of. adventure. You're like a born again dark warrior, and
Oh,
you have to take on this god at the end, apparently. But you're traversing this realm, and you one of the main things that you have is a lantern, and the lantern gives you certain powers. It opens up passageways. It also helps you find stuff so you don't get lost. Because I did read a review where a guy said, "Well, I got lost for 3 hours because I forgot to use my lantern." So, and I'm like reading through all the tutorials and stuff like that, and I basically played that up until I ate dinner, and I downloaded it at 9 o'clock this morning. Um, so I mean, it took a little bit of a break. I have to watch Ink Master at least once a day. Even though I can't get tattoos, I still like watching people tattoo and the creativity that they have. But so those are the games that I basically been playing. I'm actually probably going to stop playing Fallout 4 for right now because I really want to concentrate on the Lords of the Fallen, um, because the game just it's cool as hell and it's very intricate. The storyline seems really cool, and I'm a dark, hollowed knight, is what I am, and carry sword and shield. Got some badass armor right in the beginning. You get to customize your character the way they look, but you really don't know how they look because they're covered in armor. So I don't understand why it isn't necessary
Why
for me
does
to
it
be
matter?
blue
Yeah.
hair, but I have blue
exactly.
hair, and a blue beard and a blue mustache, but I'm covered in armor. So right now, I don't know, maybe I don't later on, but there's like 10 different types of characters that you can be. I just picked this one because it's your basic hack and slash, sword and shield kind of dude. And yeah, and you're fighting all these undead creatures, and you take a beating too. But I picked a guy that's kind of super beefy, and I have a really big sword. So,
Nice.
and I
Which
can
you
use it
said,
one-handed, two-handed. I can carry a shield, and then I have magic as well. So, it's just me.
Outstanding.
Nice.
Yeah. So,
I
Lords
love
of the
it.
Fallen, if you want to check it out, when you have the time, as long as it's not a Wednesday, you can play it.
Well, it doesn't depend. You can always play it on a Wednesday, DC. You're
You
always going to play the
Right.
can,
game.
you can, but you understand why I'm saying that.
No, I do. So, I have actually one game I'm pretty impressed with. So, as you know, I'm very picky with my games. My friends call them grandpa games. I play like Ski Free or Chuck Yeager Air Combat with the DOS program with the joystick. So, yeah, those are the games I usually play. But I come home, I open up my Steam, my buddy sends me a game. They call them gifts. So the game I'm playing is Content Warning. Has anybody heard about this one?
I
I
think
don't
I've
think so.
seen it in Steam.
Yep.
I have to check on it.
So it's only an $8 game. So basically, the premise of the game, it's 4 players max. You have to literally film scary things and you upload them to something called SpookTube. So it's kind of like YouTube, but it's called SpookTube. So you have a cameraman, you have somebody that interviews, you do like a boom mic. So you walk around and you're in these black suits with oxygen, and then you are interviewing like monsters, and you literally are playing the game in the dark. It's kind of like that Phasmophobia game, but it's like called Content Warning. This came out last year on April Fool's Day, but then it became such a phenomenon, and then so many people are playing it now. So my buddies gave this to me. We played this Friday night, so DC will like this, till 4 in the morning.
Nice.
So we were playing that one all night. So it was kind of fun playing that. And it's actually kind of fun. It's different. It's a different kind of game. So you upload this to SpookTube, like I said. It's all like AI generated, but you try to get so many views. The more views you get, the more money you get. It's like you're basically glorified influencers in a scary type world.
We've
So
tried that. We would suck at that game.
it's fun because my friends are so introverted, they don't have personalities. They're like, "Okay, I don't know how to interview these monsters." So like I was like, I'll do it. I don't give a shit. What do I got to do? So I literally held the camera and I would turn it back to me and all that stuff. And they were like, "We love this. We love this." It's kind of different, but like I said, I'm very picky with the games. Usually I just play like Sea of Thieves, but Content Warning, $8. If you have the money, try it out.
And what is it on? I think I missed that part.
Steam, Steam.
Oh, that doesn't help me. Okay.
You don't have a Steam account? No? Okay. But yeah,
An
like
IT guy without a computer
I know.
account in Steam. Come on, man.
That's making my mustache itch a little bit.
I
Yeah.
have a work computer.
Yeah. Yes, a computer on a dog.
Computer? What is computer?
You need a home computer for games and porn. What are you doing, man?
Like, come on.
What's that?
It should be a prerequisite to be on this show. And you run it. I mean, come on.
Not right.
Dude, your phone, that's normie bullshit. Come on.
Yeah, you need to be like the rest of the people in the world who play video games and watch porn underneath the covers, no lights on, in your room, doors shut, windows drawn, tinfoil on the windows so they can't read your thoughts type of thing. And that's what you're doing. And Kristen comes in and you're like, don't bother me right now.
DC,
Get out.
is that why your door is shut right now?
All the time.
Okay, I had to ask. I just had to ask.
All the time.
Corbs, just give that man a courtesy 20 minutes before you knock on the door.
That's right.
That's why I knocked 3 times.
That's right.
Exactly.
I just hold on, DC. Who out there is going, DC's masturbating again? We need to read his thoughts right now.
Everybody.
Right.
That's a different thought.
Everybody. Because I'm different.
After you masturbate,
We've
do you have
known
an
each
epiphany?
other for a year now. Haven't you figured that out yet?
This is how he gets his epiphanies, Hugh. He masturbates and then he thinks of shit. Boom! Explode! Boom!
It's like,
Just,
yes, I got it.
Just to let you know, your brother heard the whole thing.
I know.
Outstanding.
I know. She's the one who keeps telling me to open my door and open the window. I like to live in seclusion. Why? I don't know.
The smell will
She
definitely
wants you to
linger out
open the window. Yeah, because it smells like cum sock in there. Come on, dude.
This is the name of your podcast this episode, DC's Epiphany.
That's right.
Ooh.
The Epiphany.
Corbs, are you gaming anything?
Yeah, so I don't remember if I mentioned to you guys, but buddy of mine at work, another guy in the IT department, bought a brand new PlayStation 5 Ultra. Is that the new one that's out or something? I don't know. And he had a PlayStation 5 that he was getting rid of. And I was mentioning to some of the guys at work that I've been looking to buy a PlayStation 5. I was looking to buy one for myself for Christmas this year. He came to me mid-October. It's like, hey, look, I'm getting rid of my PlayStation 5. I know you're looking for one. He goes, I'll sell it to you.
Nice, man.
Sell it to you for, whatever fair price is or whatever. I said, yeah, I'll definitely be interested in purchasing it. So when he finally realized the Ultra was coming out, and he bought it, paid for it, and all that stuff. He said, well, when it comes, I'll sell you the PlayStation 5 plus a game.
Nice.
For $350.
Ooh,
Dude,
I was
nice.
like, yeah, I'll definitely take that. I mean, it's you buy the 5 is what, $500 still.
At least.
So I was like, yeah, I'll definitely take it for $350. And he put in a terabyte hard drive in it. He sold me the hard drive. He sold me the hard drive in it too. And I bought. So the game that I got with it was Spider-Man,
Miles
Miles Morales.
Yeah,
Miles Morales.
supposed to be,
That's what, correct.
It's supposed to be
So,
fun.
because that's what he gave me a picture. He sent me a picture of the 5 games that he had. So I asked Bryce to see which game he wanted.
Nice.
And he wanted the Miles Morales game. So that's the game I got for him. I got it for Bryce to play on it. And we have Spider-Man 2 downloaded on the 4. We transferred all the games over from the 4 to the 5. So they're all there. So he was able to complete 100% Mike Morales in about 3 days because he was on break when I got it.
Right.
He did it the first 3 days. He completed, or actually not even when he wasn't even on break. It was before break. He completed Miles Morales, and like I said, in like 3 days, and then he went back and did Spider-Man 2 and completed that in about a week.
Nice.
On the PlayStation 5. So he was enjoying it. So I was playing some of the other games that I had, Red Dead Redemption and all that stuff on it. I transferred them all over. The graphics are 100% better than the 4. I'll stand by that. The games load up a lot faster, which is nice. So over Christmas, I bought college football.
Nice.
Nice,
You can tell
man.
the family is a sports family here. So I was playing college football, and so I was at work one day, and I got a package delivered. I was out off site, and I got a package in our office, and I was like, I'm not expecting anything. What the hell is going on? So I opened the package, and it was a PlayStation 5 game, and I was like, oh shit! I had talked to the guy that showed me the PlayStation, and he showed me the games, and I was like, oh, that game looks like that might be pretty cool. Well, he went out and got the download. He got the digital copy of it, so he didn't need
Physical.
the physical copy, so he just gave it to me.
Nice.
And it's
Good.
Ghost of I will screw this up, but it's
Ghost of Tsushima, yeah.
yeah, Tsushima. So I started playing that, and I fucking love that game. You're a samurai in it's feudal Japan. Your entire samurai clan is you, and it's you and your master basically are the only two left, and he's captured, and you have to go and break him out of prison in the first act. So, but you go through and you basically are a samurai, and you're trying to keep your samurai way, but find out that it's easier to live in both worlds, being a um like a rogue samurai and being a regular samurai. So I have to admit it's wicked cool. There's so many good things about it that I enjoy. I literally will come home every night. I didn't play it tonight when I got home. I may probably play it after this. But I play for at least 30 minutes a night. The sword fighting is fantastic in it. It's a fantastic game, and I look forward to playing it every night. Like when I'm having a bad day at work, I just say to the guy Sam that sits next to me that I'm bowling with, and I just say, well, I'm going to go home and stab people in the face. So
Good for you, bro.
That's what I always do it when I play Call of Duty online. That's the reason. You have a shit day, I'm gonna go shoot somebody in the face because if I did it in real life, I'd go to prison.
right. So
So
but yeah, it's a great game. And I know mentioned to Paul about playing it. I mentioned to him that's what I was playing the last couple of well, it's been probably about 2 or 3 weeks now. So but yeah, it's I fucking love it. It's great.
yeah, it's
That's
PlayStation
awesome.
exclusive, which blows. Because
It's on PC now.
yeah, they probably have it on PC, but I'm a console guy, so we already discussed why I have my computer. So, um, um,
His
so
epiphanies.
right, my epiphanies. So, uh, I can't play it, which really sucks because there's Sekiro, which is another Japanese one that I would like to play. Black Myth Wukong, you can't play on Xbox yet. You can only play it on PlayStation. Can't play that. So, you know, that's the only reason that I miss having a PlayStation. But my Xbox, I get 100 free games every month anyway. So,
Nice.
you know,
All right. Well, I guess it's my turn. Um, Thanks to one of my coworkers, I got tipped off to a game actually that was originally released in 2014 for the PS4 after PC. It's called The Forest.
Mhm.
Jax is saying,
I've actually heard of that one.
I played
All
it.
right. It's a open world survival horror game. Wow, I really need to make my text bigger. You can build, survive, blah 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 blah. There's a loose story, but there are no missions. It's completely open world sandbox. You can do whichever you need to do on this. Um, Sounds super cool. I went and bought it when it was on sale for $6. Shocking, I haven't played it yet, but
Yeah. Along with your other
but
TV
It gets
shows.
intense.
that's what I heard. And
Yeah.
I heard that it also makes you question whether you are the hero or the villain of the game. So I cannot wait to try this out. So in like 6 months, I might play it for about 5 minutes because that's what I do. But I'm actually excited. And then finally, as we saw also on the premiere episode of Raw on Netflix, the announcement was made. WWE 2K25 is coming. And the reveal is going to be on January 27th. They've slowly been starting to leak roster stuff and all that, but um, I'm hoping it's going to be worth getting. But I mean, most of these games are the same thing. So
Don't
But you
know
already know
if
you're gonna get it, bro.
I will end up getting it. Hugh was about to say that he's not going to.
I don't. I just, I didn't play the year before as I played it for a little bit, and then this past year's I played it long enough to see Cody Rhodes' actual entrance and not some fan made bullshit, and then I haven't really touched it, and I, I don't know. I watch enough wrestling. I don't need to play it too. I mean, there was a point in my life where I loved to play it, but now
Now, mine
plus.
is I don't actually play matches on 2K24. I go in, I adjust rosters, I do the My Universe, and I go through the shows I created and stuff like that. Like it's more of like a GM thing that I do on mine. Like I switch the titles when they happen, which reminds me I have to go in this week and change titles. Um, but other than
What are you
that,
giving yourself
like
this time?
that
What
one
are you
stays
giving?
with me. That's mine.
That's his title. He has to be at the top, remember?
I know, but what is he giving himself? He said he's switching titles.
No, not for myself. The actual
Liar.
titles. So it's that one. I'll keep it. You keep
Liar.
it up, and I'm gonna be the undisputed champion too.
I'm sure you will.
I'm
You're
gonna
gonna
be
get the Ufala and do the finger and all that
no,
happy horse shit.
no one goes there.
You're gonna be the head of the table.
He'll be the women's champ if you keep this up.
He already is.
Paul will be the head of the buffet table.
That's the title he gave
Right.
himself.
Oh my God. You come out with like Mae Young as your like trainer, something your manager.
I don't think she's on this year's.
It's all HD, 4K quality, 2K25. Mae Young.
Right, she looks like a fucking zombie. Um, but that's all I got was the forest and the 2K25 announcement.
Let's just say you're going to be playing 2K25 before 5 more minutes of this Forest game comes out.
Probably.
Probably.
All right, but you know what? I think it's a good time to throw a break. Throw it to break, and then come back for the news. Stick with us, guys.
Now, before you tell a complete stranger in Walmart that you rarely shop there because Target is your bitch, here's the news. First up, watch the world burn. Los Angeles County is currently burning down, and there is nothing funny about that. Wildfire in multiple locations combined with drought and the Santa Ana winds have created the perfect storm in what might be the costliest natural disaster in American history. Projections of up to 50 billion are making the rounds, with thousands of structures and almost 40,000 acres burned to the ground. CNN interviewed one couple who said, "We were watering the house and the plants that were adjacent to the house, and we thought that would do it. And suddenly it was a wall of flames and heat and embers. My jacket was catching on fire. And then Paul was smart enough to put important papers in the car and the dogs, and we were the last ones out in the Palisades." I have to be honest, I'm not sure how one decides which important papers you put in the car and which one you put in the dogs, or how you go about putting them in the dogs, but I'm glad they're safe. The people, I mean. I can't imagine the dogs will ever feel safe again. Next up, putting the fire out. My favorite peach pit in a blonde wig, Marjorie Taylor Green, had something to say about the LA County wildfires. She went on X and asked, why don't they use geoengineering like cloud seeding to bring down rain on the wildfires in California? They know how to do it. Now, hold on a second. I know you expect me to make a joke about how dumb she is or how she looks like someone left Keith Richards in the sun too long, but I don't think that this is dumb. To someone who knows cloud seeding exists but never looked beyond that, it seems like a reasonable idea. The they in her comment might be questionable, but the point is a good one. So I looked it up rather than ridicule her like the media has. So did a ton of other people, it seems. So much so the top articles are actually referencing her asking the question. In a nutshell, cloud seeding requires clouds and moisture in the air to work. It doesn't create a rain cloud as much as it convinces existing clouds to give up their moisture, kind of like Pete Hegseth at a strip club with his employees. The heat of the fire disrupts this process, and the already dry air makes it impossible. So, good question, reasonable answer. Nice job, Marge. Thanks for not making it all about the Jews, I think. And finally, fire sale. As of this recording, TikTok will be banned in the United States unless a last minute appeal can buy them some time in the next week, or if someone buys them. The Supreme Court has upheld legislation that demands the popular app be banned unless the U.S. portion is sold to a U.S. based company. This was started by fears that the Chinese owned app was gathering and using personal data of American citizens and can be used in harmful ways. I'm not sure what damage you can cause with videos of idiots falling down and making fake recipes in their kitchens, but what do I know? I didn't even know how cloud seeding worked until yesterday. While a few potential buyers have made offers, rumors are that TikTok owner ByteDance is actually interested in selling the app to current ex-owner and boy who wanted to be a real puppet, Elon Musk. And while some might say that that's too much online power for one person, hear me out. With this sale, Musk could create a track record of buying online platforms for way more than they're worth and then destroying their value and popularity. I think TikTok is a brain rot machine, and selling it to Musk almost guarantees the teenagers will move on to something else once he fucks it all up. This is a win win, folks. Let it happen. And that's the news, kids. Finally, I just wanted to say something to the waitstaff person that delivered my food to me last night at Ruby Tuesday. Yes, if you didn't know, there is a Ruby Tuesday hidden in Syracuse, and it is glorious. They still have that bangin' salad bar, and the food is good. I just discovered it, and it was like walking onto the set of the 2005 movie Waiting, which is based on the lives of everyone else I worked with in the restaurant business. Anyway, as the gentleman went to give me my burger, I guess he wanted to set it down himself, but passed the plate like right in front of my face, which is weird. So I just reached up and grabbed the edge of the plate, and he started going, "Oh no, sir, it's really hot," and tried yanking the plate back. I have asbestos fingers. It didn't even tickle, and I refused to let go. What ensued was a tug of war between me and a concerned waiter as he tried to make sure I didn't burn my fingers by making sure I held onto the plate for as long as possible. Needless to say, I won the fight. I guess he finally gave up trying to protect me from hot plateware. I appreciate the sentiment, but really, dude, you don't try to take a burger away from a fat guy. He has no idea how close he came to death last night. Paul?
In other news, we're trying something new in 2025. It's dad jokes. An invisible man married an invisible woman. The kids, nothing to look at either. And now, trivia with Jack.
Not funny. All right. So let's all take a.
Was.
I didn't think it was funny. So let's all just take a minute, take a pause. Imagine the plate getting yanked away from Hugh again, because you do not take that plate away from a fat guy. Let's all think about that for a second. Okay, DC, you got question number 1. In the early computer games, characters or character would die of dysentery. This game will be later introduced into the World Hall of Fame of games. What computer game is this?
I know.
Chivalry.
Is that your final answer?
It is.
No.
Can I steal?
Go ahead.
It's the Oregon Trail.
What were you going to say, Corbs?
Same.
Agreed. It's Oregon Trail.
No shit.
It's all
No
good.
pun intended.
It's also out on the Switch now, by the way.
I know. I was like, I want to switch just for that reason now.
I almost bought it.
But have you played the zombie version, the Oregon Trail? That's not even a joke. It's a real thing.
It is. No, I haven't, but I've heard about it. All right, Corbs.
Yep.
In the movie The Matrix, give me the full name, first and last name, of Neo.
Mr. Are you talking about like Neo's name or who's? Isn't
You
I
tell
don't know.
me. No, go ahead. You were starting it. Go ahead.
Well, his last name is Anderson. I know that. You calls him Mr. Anderson.
Mr.
Mhm.
Anderson.
He does, but what's his first name?
I know.
That's funny.
isn't it?
I can't. I want to say John Anderson, but it's not. I know it's not.
Is that your guess, John
Yeah,
Anderson?
John Anderson.
Final?
Yeah.
No.
Todd.
D Todd?
It's Todd.
Final answer?
Yes.
No.
What?
Hugh or Paul?
I thought his first name was Mister.
Me too.
No.
Um,
I thought it
They
was
s-
Todd.
They say it when he's getting interviewed in the beginning
Michael.
of the movie. No. Thomas Anderson.
Thomas.
Oh, you were so
Fuck,
close.
that's right.
All right. How about Hugh? In which U.S. state is the only place that can grow and produce coffee?
I have no fucking idea.
You have one of 50 guess.
Oh, that's reassuring. Thanks. Do territories count?
No.
He said state.
State.
I'd have to say California.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, that's my final answer.
No. Anybody want to steal?
New Mexico,
No.
because it's close to, yeah, Mexico.
The answer is Hawaii.
Okay.
Hawaii.
Think of that.
It's not even like a real state.
Right.
Jeez.
Paul,
What? Oh,
what is a group of pandas called?
fucking hilarious.
Cute.
Is that your answer?
Mine, yes.
You're actually close, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh. Is it pandemonium?
No.
What a
Pandora's
missed
box?
opportunity.
Oh God.
The answer is an embarrassment.
That fits. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So let's just wrap it up now. In 1967, Super Bowl one was had. Green Bay Packers defeated the Kansas City Chiefs 35 to 10.
When the
And
last time that ever happened.
I know, right? In 2001, a guy by the name of Jimmy Wales creates Wikipedia. And then in 2009, U.S. Airways Flight 1549, piloted by Chesley Sullenberger, nicknamed Sully, landed the plane in the Hudson River. There were no casualties or fatalities, unfortunately.
You gotta
Except for
think
the
about
box
that for a
office
minute.
receipts.
You know
of
what?
the
If
Tom
I
Cruise
did
movie.
something like that, I would use that against my wife every day.
Oh, of course.
Oh,
Absolutely.
well, you can't you don't take out the trash? I landed a plane on the Hudson River. All right?
But
I'm not
DC,
doing shit today.
did you know it wasn't on a Wednesday?
That's true. It was not.
Actually, what day it is? You know, Jack, I think you need to start saying like on this day in history or something, because that
Because
always
they don't
throws me.
always come out. Yeah. On the
Okay.
day that we're referencing either.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay, then on this day, famous birthdays of January 15th and January 15th.
He's like,
Mike,
There you go.
I know exactly. Pitbull is 44.
I
Former
thought he was
NFL.
like 70.
I did too.
Jesus.
Former NFL quarterback Drew Brees is 46. And this isn't a wrestling segment, but Shane McMahon is 55.
Shano.
Dano
Shane
Mac.
O'Mac.
And let's kick it to DC. You got something for us? What do you got?
What do I got? Well, welcome to another segment of D&DC. I am your host for this segment, DC. So I've been contemplating all day what we want to talk about for
Hopefully it's
this
D&D.
segment.
Yeah.
So, with the exception of the people in Singapore, China, and anybody in Southeast Asia who constantly downloads, and we can tell by attendance or downloads or video people who actually watch this, nobody really does, which is unfortunate. I'm still struggling with what to come up with. You know, we talked about why play Dungeons and Dragons. We've talked about, character creation. So where do we go next? My favorite topic, which is dice, or certain things that you need in order to be able to play Dungeons and Dragons besides having a character. So I
Friends.
decided what we need.
Friends, yeah.
So, what do you need to play? What's the first thing that you need to play when you play Dungeons and Dragons? Well, you need people to play with. Okay, and no, not what we talked about with Epiphany earlier.
Ah!
So, you need people. So you can get friends, people who are interested. You can have experienced players or unexperienced players, players who are noobs to the playing a tabletop role-playing game, as such as Dungeons and Dragons. Um, but how do you find them? Like I said, friends, maybe people who are interested where you work. You have people who go online and look. There are several apps now that you can look at to find players in order to play. You can also try your local gaming stores, um, where you can play actually at the store itself, or people are interested in finding another place to play, somebody's house,
Good
maybe a venue like
question.
You have a
W.
question, DC.
Huh?
You have a question from you.
Okay,
I'm
Hugh.
not hiling Hitler. I'm put up my hand.
Okay.
Hi, Hitler!
I thought you just looked for the people that nobody ever talked to, and those are the ones you approach about Dungeons and Dragons.
That too. You can do that. Um, but believe it or not, there are a lot of famous people who play Dungeons and Dragons. And so I don't know if that really the people that you never talk to. Um, a lot of the people, famous people who play Dungeons and Dragons are the people who've created some of the best movies that we've seen in a long time. James Gunn, um, actors, Vince Vaughn, Vin Diesel, The Big Show plays Dungeons and Dragons with Joe Manganiello, who played werewolf, vampire hybrid, whatever you want to call it, on the HBO series True Blood. Um, so many different people, all walks of life can play. But where do you find them? Like I said, apps, gaming stores, friends, family, what have you. What else do you need to play? Um, well, you don't even really need the tomes for Dungeons and Dragons. You don't need the Player's Handbook, Dungeon Master's Guide, anything like that. What you need is just just a set of dice. We'll discuss dice in the next time that I do D&DC, because I can't reach my bag to get my bag of dice out. Because that's the, one downfall of having only one leg. You can't move very fast and very efficient. Um, so Dungeons and Dragons, the other things that you need to play or other things that you need to consider are, people get technical. Sometimes there's a lot of math involved. Speaking for somebody who has to have somebody else do all the math for them, it is very difficult when it comes to certain things. If you start talking about game mechanics and character skills and this, that, and the other thing in the first 2 minutes of teaching somebody how to play Dungeons and Dragons, they're going to look at you kind of funny, like all four of you are looking at me kind of funny right now. So
That's how we always look at you, DC.
that's true.
Not just right now.
That's just true.
Yes.
That's totally true.
That's just normal. On a
I just
Wednesday.
believe in honesty and friendship. So
No, absolutely. Absolutely. And I know I do look funny. I have a weird misshapen head and everything. That's just too many scrimmages without the old helmet. But Dungeons and Dragons, best tabletop role-playing game in my opinion. There are other ones that I have played, but Dungeons and Dragons, especially with the gentleman here, we're just missing our dungeon master, and that's going to be another segment for another time. We're actually going to have Luke come on and talk about what it is to be a dungeon master. So keeping the segment a little bit short because I was still running through things in my head. Next time we're going to talk about dice and whether or not you can have too many. So for this segment, myself, DC, thank you for watching D&DC.
All right. Well, that about wraps things up, I think. We hit all the things, in the last year now.
I think my cat has something to say, but I'm not letting him in.
Outstanding.
Okay. So are we done?
Just about.
Okay. Are you gonna drop your nuggets, or are you just gonna fucking sit
God,
around
thank
and
you. Jesus.
sit around and fucking stare at everybody? I mean, what
I
the
mean,
fuck?
Corbs, it really was all relying on you. That was a failure on your part, not Paul's.
No, I know. I was just
That
fucking
wasn't
with
a
him.
failure. That
He
was
al-
predetermined. He planned that shit.
He always has done this, so I'm just used to this by now. Like awkward silence, you have to get used to this podcast.
All right, but yes. My American dream has always been simple. And it's one I encourage you to adapt as your own. Figure out what you love to do, then figure out how to make money off of it. Good night, everybody, and Megaball, you bitches.
This has been a GeekPod Network production.